your turn to tell a scary story.
Okay, this is one that I saw on Reddit. Hey everyone, my name is Mark. I'm in my late 20s as now. I'm writing this at day after my experience, and I'm still having trouble processing everything. I live deep in the Appalachian Mountains, and my nearest neighbor is a good friend of mine named Sean. Sean is a few years younger than me, but we are still very alike. He lives a few miles down the road from me. I have a dog named Riley. She's a Rhodian, Rhodesian Ridgeback. Sorry guys, I don't know what that is. I never heard of it, but semi-old mix, I guess. I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that part. She's my constant companion, and she's a very keen animal. She senses everything. She recognizes human emotion. That's important. Just bear with me. It all started like any other evening. I invited Sean for a little campfire session in my backyard. We've been sitting out there for a few hours chatting about life in these mountains, what it's like to live in such a remote area, and just the usual kind of talks you have around the fire. Sean and I both love it here. Sure, it gets isolating, but peaceful. It's peaceful. As long as you live by the no you don't rules. Riley was lunging beside us, ears perking up at every sound. The conversation drifted to more rare topics, local legends, rumors, and other oddities that. Sorry, I don't know if I pronounced that right or something. It's okay, guys. Coming with living this far from civilization. Living in the mountains, you hear the stories about things people claim to see. Some people say they've seen Bigfoot. People say it's just animals. Other people others say it's skinwalkers, and others are just aware of the supernatural world and stay out of its way. There's the people that whisper about other things that aren't quite animal yet not quite human. Something that hides in the darkness. Sean was telling me about an old lady he talked to a few days before, and an hour after she got told she went missing, yet to be found. But I brushed it off. If it happens enough over here. But Riley was starting to get restless. She'd been quiet, watching as the sun set. Me and Sean, oblivious to the time. The fire began to die down, and Riley snapped her head to the tree line at the bottom of the field, ears pinned back, quietly growling at the shadows of sniffing through the trees. It was unusual for her to growl. Sean put her out of the fire. Sean put out the fire and dragged Riley inside. And right when I faced from the tree line, then I heard it again. This time it wasn't her. It was from behind the trees. It barked again, using it. Use, hold on, guys. Let me find where I was. Using Riley's voice. Sean tried to getting my attention, grabbing my arm and pulling me to the steps. Come on, Mark. You know the rules. Ignore it. Get inside. Come on, Mark, hurry. Sean, Sean, come on, Mark. You know the rules. Ignore it. Get inside. Come on, Mark, hurry. Sean begged. I snapped out of it and took Riley inside. Me and Sean sat right behind the door, looking out through the window to see what exactly it was. We both knew No, it's against the rules, but I wanted to know what was using my dog's voice. To try to get our attention, we heard something moving too heavy to be clear, to be a deer, but too controlled to be a bear. At least that's what I thought. Sean, you're probably gonna have to stay here tonight. I told him. He nodded, but kept his eyes. Kept his eyes at the tree line.
I would be terrified.
Yeah, like, would you? Same. Okay. At the tree line, there was a shadow just behind the tree line. It would stay for a second, then vanish. We heard faint footsteps walking in the grass around my house, with the occasional, "Sean, help me! Close the windows!" I left one window in the kitchen window open by accident. Could see into the sink, which was right below the window. Sean and I both had firearms. Mine was right under the couch. We sat for about an hour listening to the thing walk around the house. Then sniffing got really loud. It began to growl again, constant this time. I looked to the door, seeing nothing. Sean gasped, then grabbed my shoulder. I turned and saw two eyes staring at us through the open kitchen window. They stared at us, emotionless. They were gazed white. Over Sean had his gun in his hand and began hyperventilating. I tried to calm him down, but then he shot at it, hitting it next to the left eye. It shrieked inhumanly, sounds animalistic, but also like a woman screaming. It bounded off the porch and towards the field. Sean jumped and closed the window, locking it. What the heck was Sean? I bet all you did was irritate. Hold on, guys. Wait, irritated. Yeah, irritated. I said to him, worried that he may have just put us all at risk. Dude, we're probably done for anyway. It was staring me down. Dude, that was creepy as heck, he said, quickly walking away from the kitchen. There was a big thud on the porch. Sean dove towards the couch. Dude, we are so dead, Sean whispered. I ignored him, went to my phone, looked at the camera, see this thing. It opened my front porch camera, and I saw blood on the wall and floor. Then I flipped through the others until I got to the back porch. he camera? Sorry, he asked. Thought so. Must have been trying to lure us out. I said, brushing it off, kept looking, and saw a black shape just barely rise over the end of the porch. It had long, pointed ears, and it peeked its head over and they didn't fit it in its mouth. All of it was messed up. It looked like a camera, and the screen went black. I heard it walk around the porch for a few minutes, occasionally pushing against the door. Riley was wide-eyed, looking at the door. The doorknob was turned out, didn't open, since it was locked. It pounded on the door, then silence for a few minutes. Later, it left. The three of us stayed awake all night, not sleeping.
Wow, that's creepy.
Yeah. Sean left, and he went to his dad's place to bring him there. Here, to bless this place, we all know about the supernatural and all having our own experiences. We didn't know exactly what this place blessed me, Sean, and my dog. Then he warned us not to go outside after dark. Me and Sean knew better. The end. Okay, sorry guys, I messed up. Wait, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, he warned us not to go outside after dark. Me and Sean knew better, and the both of us are definitely going to keep better track of time after this. This morning we went outside to look for any signs of damage. No footprints, no nothing. Even that blood I could have sworn was all over the wall and floor, gone with the night. The end.
Wow, that was amazing. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Alright, guys, well, that's the end of the video. Hope you like Friday Fright.
Yeah. Bye, guys.